In today's build, we take this biatch to outer space right after the intro. Hello and welcome to Bricks and Toys. That's Toys with a Z. My name is Brandon, and if you are watching, I am happy you are here. Now today's build is for a friend. This build is not one that I picked out, nor did I pay for. But today we are building what is the Lego Creator set number 10266 NASA Apollo 11 Lunar Lander, coming in at 1,087 pieces. Now, as I'm filming this video, I've never looked at this build. I was handed to it and said, please build it for our friend. My mom handed it to me for a build for our friend. He's a very special guy. He's the same guy that we did the NASA shuttle with at the end of March. And if you've not seen that video, go and check it out. It's pretty cool. Unfortunately, his eyesight is failing him. And when we did that build, something wasn't quite right because he was trying to put studs on studs to lock plates. And I was kind of like, it's obvious, you know, the studs go inside of the plate, you know. You don't go stud to stud. But I couldn't really figure it out. Well, since then, he's seen an eye doctor, and in his, elder age, and because of MRSA, you remember when that was a thing in the late 2000s? He does have failing peripheral vision, and because of that, he can't see small parts. I wish I would have known that when we did the NASA video, because he was struggling, and I just had to take over a lot for him. I kind of felt like I was robbing him of that build. So now, instead of going through and finding all that out, now my mom and I, we want to surprise him with this build and just do it for him. Sucks to get old, guys. It really does. I'm only in my 30s, and I can tell you that 10-year jump from your 20s to your 30s is a mother. I don't want to know what it's going to feel like when I'm 70s. So, about the build. Let's discover it together, everybody. Now, it is the Lunar Lander, so I'm going to guess, I'm not good on space knowledge, but I'm going to guess this is the part that comes off of the rocket ship and lands on the moon, and then the little astronauts hop their little butts out of it, and they go and they do one giant leap for mankind, right? Is that good moonwalk? You know, I don't know. I'm not really big into space. I'm big into Star Wars, which is fake space. Now, it does look like it does have the moon surface and then the lunar lander, and it looks like the lunar lander comes into two pieces, so that way you could probably get an interior view of the lander. It does say it is 7.5 inches wide, as well as 7.5 inches tall, so it's a pretty square build. And there's all the piece count if you care to pause the video and take a look. Pretty modest. I'm not too concerned about it at all. It's only 1,000 pieces. And it does look like we do get a little modern day astronaut minifig. That is pretty cool. So, not a super exciting build. So let's go ahead and let's cut open this box and see what we have, guys. Now, I do want to grab one of my bins. Once you use these bins for like building, you're never the same ever again. It really transforms the whole building experience. And then you use the no jig tray, and between the no jig tray from IKEA and these bins from IKEA, it just makes the build go by so much smoother. You're not digging or losing parts. We do have the bag or the book in the bag, so we're gonna have to open that up. But starting off, let's just take a look. It's not very bag intensive. What do we got? Wow, not too bad, guys. So looking at a 4, another 4, so 2 4s, 3 4s, 1 3, 2 2s, a 1, 2 1s, and some plates. That's all she wrote, fellers. 4 bags. Let's go check out the book. Now we do have a pretty moderate sticker sheet. Not too bad. God, this smells bad. God. Whew. Is that why they quit sealing them in plastic? Is because it ferments the ink? Or not ferments, but seals in the fresh ink? Oh, God. I need to quit smelling. Ugh. I don't know if that's normal. So, 179 steps and 143 pages. Hell, that's a fraction of what I do on a normal day. It's got some space facts, as you would expect, about Apollo 11 and the lunar lander. And I'll read through this, and when I come back to do my final thoughts, I'll probably be a little bit more of a space expert by that time. And share some space facts about Apollo 11 with y'all. It actually comes with 2 astronauts. That is awesome. And it is for bags. So I will see you back after that time lapse. So now we go into the review part of the NASA Apollo 11 lunar lander. Starting off, we do have where it says Apollo 11 lunar lander. We do have some astronauts. Their faces are slightly different on each. One looks happy, one looks cocky. We do have some gold stickers. We do have some gold plated tiles and some silver bits. Really cool. These arms are held in place by some nice linkages. And there's parts that open up on here, and I just got to find out which parts they are as we spin it around. Now I know this part opens up like so. Or not. Yeah, there it goes. This part does open up like that. And that's the camera that recorded them coming on down the ladder on the TV program when this was the thing. Going in, we can pop the sides off and get a good look at the inside. And inside you do see some control paneling on either side. That's to man this ship, my guess is. And it does come apart again. Then we can see onto the inside. Not a lot of inside detail, really at all with these. I'm just trying to figure out what plates open. So there's that plate that opened. Was it this one? Yeah, and then this one has the reflector thing for like the laser distance calculator. Okay, so we figured that out. And then that's the bottom of the lunar lander with these nice gold landing pads. That's the surface of the moon and the little footprints that this shuttle sits in. So overall, really cool, not too much. And now on to the final thoughts, everybody. So my final thoughts on the LEGO Creator Lunar Lander. Well, I think it's pretty awesome. A few things that stick out to me is I did underestimate the size. It is a little bit bigger than I would have expected. When I think of 7.5 inches, I kind of think it's like, you know, small and not, you know, as at this scale. But now that it's built, I think the scale is perfect. I really do like it. I did have a few thoughts while building it, and you know, I'm not a space guy, and I know that there's a lot of space people out there, and if you're watching, you might just want to like hit the mute button. But making this build and reading the facts in the book really raised a lot of red flags to me. Like, for one, how does my cell phone not have service where I live in the middle of a city, but yet somehow this landing in 1969 was televised from the moon? How does VHF get all the way across from America to the moon for a televised program, but yet my cell phone can't even get 5G from the nearest tower into my house? It kind of makes you think about those conspiracy theory people. But that's not what this is about. This is about Lego. But you want to hear something funny? I'll show you something funny. So this is the model, right? Now, if the moon landing was real, then why are there special little pads on for where it to land? You see how it lands in those little pads on the corner? It kind of like sits in. You're telling me the moon had a docking station? Go crazy, conspiracy theory people. By the way, I was being funny about all that. That was a joke. It's a Lego model. Lego put those there to help secure the craft. I know. I'm just pulling some legs, yanking some chains. So the things that I do like is I do like all the gold and silver elements. It really encaptures the whole foiling with space technology. So that is cool. Other than that, I really do not understand a single freaking thing about what I built. I had to read the book, and as the book went along, there's a panel that drops out with a camera. I guess that was the camera that televised Armstrong coming down the ladder. So they put that in there, and that's pretty cool. It's the lunar lander. So other than some stupid jokes to make and jokes to say, I don't really have too much to say about it. I did like the build. I did think it was a pretty cool build. If you are into space, this is a space build that I would recommend. I don't think it's retired right now, but it could be on its way out the door soon, because I do believe it is an older set. So if you are interested in maybe pairing this up with your NASA Discovery shuttle, then I really do think you should pick it up. It's really cool. And one final thought that I did want to say about this. This whole thing is eerily similar to like the architecture sets, the way that they have the Apollo 11 lunar lander on the framing and the moon surface, and The detail work of all this is very micro-scaled and very similar to an architecture set. But that doesn't really hurt it as a set at all. If anything, it makes it more legible to go onto a shelf. So, yeah, I think it's all right. So, if you guys enjoy videos like this, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you guys. And you all have a good one.